Welcome everyone. I think we'll go ahead and get this started. I think we'll start with the Pledge of Allegiance. Mr. Sweeney, would you lead us?
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
There's a copy of the Open Meetings Act, and it's also available in pamphlet form. Call roll.
Norman.
Here.
Dean.
Yes.
Mayor Tom.
Here.
Pavmasian.
Here.
Grant.
Yes.
Adam Edmondson.
Here.
Edmondson, I apologize.
Edmund.
Edmund, okay.
Approval of the minutes. Do I have a motion to approve the minutes? April 9, 2024.
I'll make a motion.
I'll second that.
Moved in second, call roll.
He's trying to get logged in here. So, Bobby just made the motion to approve the minutes, April 2nd.
Okay. Okay. Pavmasian.
Yes.
Grant.
Yes.
Norman.
Yes.
Dean.
Yes.
Edmund. Oh, okay, sorry. Sorry, bear with me, bear with me.
No, you're doing it wrong.
Stay. Both present.
Reports. Bobby, you have the golf meeting with Lee?
Attended the golf meeting with the golf board the other night. Discussions were, the initial, cost to pay cash allocation for, concessions. There was a discussion about, procurement of, large volume of golf balls for the range. Discussed the current status of drainage of the pond and projected reclamation and repair of the pump house. And, the schedules of men's league and women's league.
Thank you. Park, Scott?
I went and picked up all the equipment for the park, to include the weed eaters, the new blower, new hedge trimmer, new sprayer, everything that's all been delivered, everything down to the park, so our park supervisor can do some training. Me and Buffy were working on a grant over the last 2 months, and we were awarded a grant to pay for all the swimming lessons for the kids locally in the area and surrounding communities, which is a pretty good thing. A few other things, there's gonna be discussions brought up on the 1st. We're gonna start talking about Peabody Hale Park and cleaning up the back side of the park, so it will match the front side of the park, and everything that will be on our agenda come on the 1st. Also, we discussed the community building, the flooring in there. We're gonna go ahead and we're gonna open up a bid process for that, so we're making some moves there.
Thank you, Scott. Schwan, Mr. Dean.
So we met last Thursday and we went over the budget draft for 2024-25, and we made a few decisions that night. Starting June 1st, the cost of a roll-off dumpster will be $350 and a $10 per day charge. That's still cheaper than anywhere else you can get in the area. Another big change is the snowbird policy for people that shut off their services and go south for the winter or at whatever time of year. There's going to be a $10 charge from now on that. Jody should be getting that information, that form soon.
$10 contingent or $10 one-time fee?
Nope, it'll be $10 a month, and that is specifically to help maintain the dumpsters. So just because the people are gone out of town, those dumpsters are still being picked up once or twice a week, depending on the time of year. So this goes into repairing the hooks, the lids, putting new bottoms on them. As you know, here in town, Swan just inherited a whole bunch of dumpsters that maybe aren't in the best condition, and they are bringing. Jimmy's supposed to be taking a dumpster over every time and bringing a dumpster back, and they're having Job Corps come down and weld new bottoms on them. So, but Jake did ask to, bear with him. It's gonna take well over a year to get all these dumpsters swapped out, so.
Library, Ms. Blacksheep?
I just have a few updates to add to the report that I gave at the beginning of the month. First of all, we had a fantastic showing at the final installment of our Crawford Neighbors series. There were 98 folks that came to that one. Over the whole series, it was a total of 302 people. So I'm keen to see that kind of recur next winter. But that leads me into my next point, which is the summer reading program is in its final stages of development. I'm just nailing down presenters, dates, and the supplies that I'll need for some things before putting out word formally. So you'll be seeing word soon. I intend to have something for everybody, all age groups. And then lastly, the library recently received a very generous donation of a streaming quality camera that can be used to record and eventually stream library events, including events hosted here at the library like these city council meetings. So I'll be reaching out to the folks at City Hall to coordinate how and where they'd like to have those videos, but I'm really excited to be able to feature that at the library. I am also looking to eventually get audio equipment like a microphone so that at our presentations everybody can hear, because it's been a consistent bit of feedback I've gotten. So more on that later, but that's all I have for now. Thank you.
Thank you. Hospital, no report. Old business, discuss, disapprove legacy co-op and heritage seed estimates. I think we covered legacy last meeting. Heritage Seed has given us a estimate. If anybody has anything on that?
Yes, sir. I'm looking at both estimates. I'm seeing there's a $500 difference approximately in both estimates. One vendor is out of city, the other vendor is in city. The obligation to first consider businesses and services in city.
Agreed.
Over out of town.
And it's nice that he's $1,300 cheaper too.
Yep.
Agreed. Do I have a motion to approve?
What's the final amount?
$1,376. And I got the rate breakdown if anybody wants it. You can get it after the meeting.
I'll make a motion.
I'll second.
Moved and seconded, call roll.
Norman,
Yes.
Dean,
Yes.
Tomassian,
Yes.
Grant.
Yes.
Item number 7, discuss, disapprove design permitting JEO engineering for relocation of existing water supply. We've touched base on this last time. Do you have any comments?
Everybody got the email?
So essentially we don't need to do anything.
At this time, the state of Nebraska does not require us to do anything. Mike, according to our agreement that we reached last year on the water supply, they don't have any issues with us. We have to meet and comply with them. Yes, Roy?
Does this have to do with the part that somebody thought was washed out? Is this?
That is correct.
Okay, was the pump, ever figured out, or the?
Bobby and I went out there today that we have some pump issues and we
Yeah.
have some things that we need to take care of, but that isn't associated with the sink.
I thought last time you made a motion to order a pump or get.
No, that's for the
different.
water.
Yeah, different,
That's
totally
what-
different.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah, different area.
we're just curious.
One's at the water plant, one's at this is the infiltration gallery.
Okay, I'm just curious where we're at on that.
Got people coming in to look at it. Yeah,
Yeah, what?
we have people coming down, we're trying to do an in-house rebuild.
And when's that?
To analyze the pump, or what?
We're trying to do an in-house reval, they haven't been able to make it down yet, so that'll be in by the next meeting. We'll have a full update for you.
Cause this is the only pump that we have bringing water to Crawford, correct?
No,
No,
there's 2 pumps.
yeah,
Yeah, we have two, we haven't done it in the
Is
system.
that true, Dean?
we have 2 pumps at the wellhead.
Yeah.
Right.
We have a
In
redundancy.
town here, I thought there was something about there was only one pump.
Exactly, that's
No,
what
we
I
have
understood it.
2 pumps operating,
Out
And-
there.
yes.
How about
We're
in
talking
here?
about two different whole.
Yeah,
systems.
Yeah.
totally different system.
Okay, last time you were talking about the system that was up here,
Correct.
At the water plant.
that there was only 1 out of 3 working.
That's
Two
a
out of
totally
3.
different item,
Yeah.
that's not the item we're discussing on the agenda.
Yeah, that's a totally different deal. We'll have a full report for you. And stop down and I can give you more information on that if you,
This actually has to do with
the
water.
overflow.
the overflow,
The
yeah,
infiltration.
the infiltration, the outflow.
Where
Well,
we get our water from.
I understand that part.
Yeah.
What I was wondering is, did that pump get ordered that was supposedly emergency last night for up here?
We're working on it. Yeah, it's under advisement. We're working on it as fast as we can. Can't do things faster than what you can do things.
Can we all move in with you when this one goes upside down?
Certainly.
Okay,
Under advisement means what? I thought,
We're trying to bring people in to fix it, Roy.
okay, I thought your guy that knew stuff said, we need to get one and then we'll take one and have it replaced while we're using this good one.
There's about a 4 to 6 week waiting period on pumps right now.
Right, I'd say. Is
Yeah,
that ordered?
we're
I mean,
trying
is
to get it done,
In
yes.
progress of being here.
It's in progress, but it has to go through bid process, it has to go through legal, it has to be done correctly. We will get it as fast as we can get it. Nothing else we can do about it. We have 2 pumps running right now at the water plant. We have a primary and a secondary both running, we have a 3rd one that's down. And it has been down for 5 years or more. So, we're in the process, but I haven't got any bids back, so I can't.
Let's move on to the engineering agreement. which is
Okay, on the engineering side of it, Stacy, I believe you may have had something.
I didn't know that there was an engineer that was gonna make a,
There's not. We don't need an engineer study at all.
okay, I went with Tom out to site and, we looked at the discharge of, quite a bit of water back into the river, but it's not making it all the way to the river. Made a big washout there, sump or whatever, it's a pretty good sized hole. And, I made different, approaches to the thing. And as of right now, I think in 2 weeks, you have a meeting in 2 weeks?
Yes.
And then I'm planning, if the invitation is here, I'm planning to bring a proposal in 2 weeks on, the amounts of dirt we need, the way to put them in, and, we'll itemize it out so that, I'm done locally, another local contractor is talking with me about, taking part of the placement and hauling the dirt and stuff, so everything's kind of up in the air right now.
Right.
2 weeks, I'll have a, written proposal to bring into the council when a few more things come together, if that's all right.
Thank you, Stacy.
Mr. Mayor?
Yes.
After we did our visitation out there and assessment today, there was comment or question on the email about a requirement for permitting by the Corps of Engineers. So I called the Corps of Engineers, and they stated as long as we're not changing the flow of the river, or we're not adding to the bank itself to redirect the waterway, we don't require a permit.
Okay, thank you very much. Okay, thank you, Stacy.
Thank you.
We'll take no action on this item and move forwards. Item number 8, submit estimate for the park removal building. We have 1 estimate for the removal. My recommendation would be to salvage the building and then see if we can get it volunteer to take it down. As soon as we salvage it, we can do whatever we want with it.
So I guess I have a question with this. When we originally had that request come forward, I thought we advertised that out so that whoever was interested in it would come you know, present that they were interested in it, and then it was up to them to completely cover the cost of moving the building, because they were the ones interested in it.
That was exactly the proposal, and they didn't submit a second proposal. They're not interested anymore, obviously, or evidently, I don't know. So we had one bid for 3,000,
Could you clarify, please? I'm sorry, I'm not sure I understand what you mean when you were responding.
we had a person who was willing to move the building for free, and then the council put it out for bids, and now the only bid that we have is for 3,600 for removal of the building out of our cost. So if we don't do anything,
It's my
you don't have to
understanding
do
that
anything.
we didn't put it out for bids, we put it out for interested parties and whoever was interested in getting the building.
Correct.
Not bids.
No, correct, and the only thing we got back was $3,000 to remove it. That's the only person that showed any interest.
I thought it was surplus. I thought
We
that was-
surplus.
Right,
Yeah.
The
right.
building was surplus.
I didn't see anything about it being
I'm not-
over.
No,
Yeah,
my
I'm
apologies.
not understanding the,
So maybe we
why
have to
we're
put
looking
it out
for
for
bid.
bid.
So the city's gonna pay $3,600 to have somebody tear it down?
Absolutely not.
Absolutely
That was,
not.
I don't see that as what our original intention was. I don't know why that feels like it's different now than it was originally intended. I know when we
The
spoke
person
about
was,
originally,
is not
it was-
interested anymore, and this is the only person that said, hey, I'll do it, but it's gonna cost you $3,000. No reason to do it. Any more discussion?
Did you happen to ask the Amish if they'd be willing to tear it down?
Well, I'm sure we can get it done. It's completely salvaged now, Ed. The vote, we had a vote
I
to
think
salvage,
I think your minutes will reflect it was surplus.
so it's surplus, we can do whatever we want with it. Perfect. Well, there's no sense of tearing it down or paying somebody to remove it, so. No action taken. Item number 9, discuss, approve, disapprove bids submitted for sandblasting and concrete work.
Can I have just a second?
Certainly.
Okay, this is the concrete work at the pool and everything. I know we opened it up for bids, and this is me, and it kinda goes kinda what Bobby said. I know we have a bid from North Dakota that come in at the lowest number. My problem is we've got a company right here local, a concrete guy right here in Crawford, who submitted a bid. Yes, it's a little bit more, but he's local. And if the park board has an issue, the city has an issue, we can say, hey, Austin, can you come and take a look at this? We have an issue. I can't do that with a guy in North Dakota. Okay, it takes 2 weeks for them guys to come down here to respond. I have a guy right here local who's trying to start a business. I think in our best interest, we give this guy a fair shot.
I understand that, but we have to take
Well,
lowest bid.
no, I appreciate your comments, because I'm all for local, that's not what the statutes say. Unless there are some underlying, easily articulable reasons to not give a contract to a contractor, such as not, you have known history of not doing the job or doing a poor job, which we don't have. You are required by statute to take a low bid. Again, philosophically, I agree with what you're saying, but that's just not
Well,
a lot.
That's over 30,000, right?
The bid, the low bid is 27,000 they're looking at.
961, 27,961.
The original estimate was over 30, so we had to go back to the Roy.
Correct.
So the bid came in at 27, and it went up from there.
This is bid, is bid, that's what it is.
When we talked about history of performance of work, history of performance of service, history of performance of maintenance, all those things can be taken into consideration, but without those documents and that history submitted with the bid, we have to go by the lowest bid.
And, you know, for me, the problem is, I don't know anything about this company in North Dakota. I have absolutely nothing on this young man, Austin, here in town. I made calls up to Ellsworth Air Force Base. He just finished up a multi-million-dollar swimming pool up there at Ellsworth. They gave me glowing reviews. Said the guy was outstanding in concrete. He would be a great choice. And, you know, that's kind of where I was at.
Yeah, no, and
No issue.
I hear you, feel you, been through it a lot of times, but a lot is pretty clear.
Okay. Do I have a motion?
So what is the amount if you go with this guy in North Dakota?
$27,961.
$27,900?
I would make a motion to go with Color Dynamics LLC out of Burlington, North Dakota for the sum of $27,961 for the sandblasting, concrete work of the pool.
Second.
Moved and seconded, call roll.
Norman.
Yes.
Dean.
Yes.
Tomassian.
Yes.
Grant.
Yes.
Motion carries. Item number 10, approve, disapprove reopening bidding process for heater pool from April 24th to May 1st.
Okay, I can discuss this one too.
Please.
Okay. The reason why it's gotta reopen is we received bids after the date of closure, okay? The closure date was the 11th, and it was noon. We received bids on the 15th and the 16th. Therefore, we can't use those bids.
Were they mailed before the 11th?
No, they were emailed, okay?
They have to be
Okay.
received by the date.
So, and I brought this up and everything to the council, that, you know, these dates, we can't really use these. So we're just gonna open it up for 1 week. We're gonna talk to the same people who submitted bids and ask them to resubmit again. That way we have it within the date requirements, so it's legal for us to use.
Do I have a motion?
I'll make a motion.
I'll second.
Moved and seconded, call roll.
Norman.
Yes.
Dean.
Yes.
Tomassian.
Yes.
Grant.
Before we finish that, we should formally reject the bids that we have and let them rebid. So there should be first a motion to reject the bids that we received because they were late, and then a reopen. You can do that in one motion, if you will.
Okay, would you like to amend that motion, Shane?
Oh, sure. It was Bobby.
Yes, I would like to amend that motion that we reject them and then also solicit their resubmission.
I would once again second.
Moved and seconded, call roll.
Norman.
Are we taking new bids along with that then?
Yes.
Yes.
All right. Yes.
Dean.
Yes.
Tomassian.
Yes.
Grant.
Yes.
We have an ordinance resolution proclamation right now. This town is blessed to have 2 people on this council that have extensive military and backgrounds in the health care and health administration. Shane, would you like to take this?
There's no ordinance number, but it just says National Skilled Nursing Care Week proclamation. Whereas the week of May 12th to May 18th, 2024 has been designated as National Skilled Nursing Care Week, NSNCW, an observance that honors the dedicated care provided in skilled nursing centers across the nation. And whereas this year's theme, Radiant Memories, a tribute to the golden age of radio, celebrates the rich tapestry of stories and experiences of those who reside and work within skilled nursing care centers, recalling an era cherished by many of our community's elders. And whereas skilled nursing care providers play a pivotal role in delivering compassionate care to America's elderly and individuals with disabilities, and whereas NSNCW acknowledges and celebrates the invaluable contributions of skilled nursing care centers and their staff to the lives of residents and their families. Therefore, I, Thomas Phillips, Mayor of Crawford, hereby proclaim May 12th through 18th, 2024 as National Skilled Nursing Care Week in Crawford, and encourage all community members to recognize and participate in NSNCW activities and events. This week serves as a testament to the essential role that skilled nursing care plays in our communities and in the lives of many individuals and their families. In witness whereof, I have hereunto set my hand and caused the seal of Crawford to be affixed, and it was performed on April 23rd, 2024.
Thank you, Shane. This time I'd like to proclaim May 12th through 18th as National Skilled Nursing Care Week. Thank you guys very much for your service and your dedication. Item number 11. Approve, disapprove park board recommendations, higher wages in seasonal park and cemetery help. Augustine Taylor, $13.50, Tatum Reed, $12 an hour. Do I have a motion?
I'll go ahead and make a motion to approve both individuals at the listed rates.
Do I have a second? Moved and seconded, call roll.
Norman,
Yes.
Dean,
Yes.
Tomassian,
Yes.
Grant.
Yes.
Motion carries. Item number 12, approve for advertising bids for the community building. I think Scott already touched on this. Do I have a motion?
I'll make a motion to approve, please.
I'll second.
Moved and seconded, call roll.
Grant,
Yes.
Norman,
Yes.
Tomassian,
Yes.
Dean,
Yes.
Motion carries. 13, discuss approve, disapprove golf board approval to purchase 125 range balls from Rawhide Golf at a total cost of $926.83. Do I have a motion?
I'll make a motion to approve the golf board to purchase 125 dozen range balls for the price of $926.83, please.
Motion moved. You have, Councilman Dean, do you have a?
I'll second, and then, yes, we bought range balls last year. They came up quite a bit short again this year of what their need actually is.
If we don't have, if we don't get these balls, then we're picking them up at least 2 to 3 times a day, and we don't have the manpower to do that.
Perfect. I have a motion to approve at 9:26. Do I have a second?
I seconded it.
Shane seconded, call roll.
Grant,
Yes.
Norman,
Yes.
Dean,
Yes.
Tomassian,
Yes.
Item number 14, discuss disapprove recommendation wage increase for Kaylee Klein from 12 to 13 for helping, responsibility to set up light speed. Do I have a motion?
I'll make the motion.
Do I have a second?
I'll second that. I want to thank Keely Klein for stepping up and helping out with that. She was excellent help last year, so I think this just shows her dedication.
Moved and
So thank you.
seconded, call roll. Thank you, April.
Tomassian,
Yes.
Grant,
Yes.
Norman,
Yes.
Dean,
Yes.
Motion carries. Item number 15, disapprove renewal from Core and Main for meter reading equipment, updates and tech support. The 1-year contract is $2,600. The alternative is $100 per phone call. I did call on that and I didn't ever get clarification on if it's $100 an hour or per call.
I never received a call back.
We never
myself.
received a call back. Jody recommends the $2,600, based on what she's done in the last year.
Is, that up from last year, do you know?
And we've never done it before. We
Oh,
paid
I
by,
thought we paid it.
I don't believe
We
we
did
have.
pay for it last year, and it's really comparable to what it was. And
We
I
did?
know when
Thank
we
you.
first were in last year, I used them immensely in those first 2 months because we had that entire system crash on us 3 times in a row. So they were extremely instrumental, and they almost did it all entirely themselves from a distance. They were very professional, fast as far as getting a call back and getting us back up. So I do think the 2,600 is not nearly as expensive as it could be.
Perfect, thank you, April.
I'll make a motion to approve, for $2,600 for the year.
I'll second.
Moved and seconded, call roll.
Norman,
Yes.
Dean,
Yes.
Tomassian,
Yes.
Grant,
Yes.
Motion carries. Item number 16, special designated liquor license for Diamond Jack's Corner Bar, June 8, 2024, for the Mater fundraiser. Do I have a motion?
How many have we used so far this year?
Pardon me?
How many have we used? We only get 6.
This would be through the Diamond Jack's Corner Bar.
Diamond Jacks.
It's his,
Thank you.
This
it's
is his
his
special.
SDO.
Oh,
we
Yes,
use it.
yes.
Okay, all right.
The first one for the corner bar.
Okay.
Discussion?
I'll make a motion to approve, Diamond Jack's for the special designated liquor license on June 8th for Mater fundraiser.
I'll make a second, and I'm excited to see that we have another bar participating, and it's not just going one direction, so thank you.
Perfect. Moved and seconded, call roll.
Norman,
Yes.
Grant,
Yes.
Dean,
Yes.
Tomassian,
Yes.
Approved bills, claims.
Can I make a suggestion?
Yes,
On that SDL, when they turn it in, have them turn in an alternate date, even if they don't need it, because if something happens and they can't use the first one,
they burn the
they have to
second.
use up another
That's correct.
SDL, so have them put down a second date.
Perfect. Duly noted, thank you. Item number 17, approved bills, claims, requisition orders, and transfers.
I'll make a motion to approve.
I'll second.
Moved and seconded, call roll.
Tomassian,
Yes.
Norman,
Yes.
Grant,
Yes.
Bean.
Yes.
Motion carries. Thanks everyone for coming tonight, we appreciate your support, thank you. Meeting's adjourned.